It's Friday, November 26th. The year is 2021. This is Gregory Hillman. I am your publishing house owner. We're here outside the Budget Inn in Okeechobee, Florida, who has frauded myself and others out of money and not provided the service and the shelter that they said they were going to provide, and instead call the police and tell them lies like you're having people in your room who aren't supposed to be there at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning on the night of Thanksgiving. And the police come out and they know that it's a false call and a cry wolf call. So they're angry about it too. And then they do a number of other things to harass you and screw you out of your money. So, and they don't provide the shelter that you paid for. You know, you didn't get the rest that you need. So I'll be doing a longer report on this, but the computer that I purchased from Best Buy in an emergency continues to crash while I make longer videos. So Best Buy has also stolen my money and not provided me with a computer that functions in a reasonable way. But I'm now looking for shelter again so that I can survive another night. Ironically, when I don't pay for shelter and sleep on the sidewalk or in a dumpster or on a bench or in some alley or in the woods, I don't get harassed by the police as much. I was harassed by the police while resting on a bench in Key West, but I haven't been harassed by the police for sleeping and resting since I was in the Keys, until now, when the obese manager who's abusing children at the Budget Inn contacts the police and lies to them. The police did come out, they did look in our room, and there was no one else there but the people that were supposed to be there that had to show their IDs to the manager. This is fraud, and the owner, who I was told to call, is said to be an invader from India, part of the same Indian family from India who owns many of the hotels here and in Indianapolis, where I was also frauded out of money by the extremely malicious management at the Super 8 Hotel in South Indiana on Bixler. Please go to the BitChute channel for publish at https://www.bitchute.com/channel CHANNEL/publish PUBLISH, and you'll be able to see a series of videos on the harmful fraud that happened at the Super 8 Hotel and probably continues to happen there in South Indianapolis, Indiana. This is a different type of fraud in Okeechobee, Florida, but it's still fraud and it's still harming the people who are in the most need. which are those people who need shelter, emergency shelter, who don't have money. You know, we had to sell belongings to be able to get the cash to afford one night in this hotel, which we didn't get rest in, and then we were told to walk miles, an unreasonable distance, by the police to go to a different hotel because they said they get less cry wolf calls at that hotel than they do at this hotel that's frauding people out of money. There's people that have complained about this that are staying there for a week. There's people that have complained about this that have been staying there longer than a week. But they're entering into rooms before checkout time and harassing people while they're naked in the shower. That's illegal. That is criminal, and they need to be arrested. The lady at the Budget Inn next door to the police station needs to be arrested for her criminal activity. Are the police going to arrest her, or are they going to require the citizens near Okeechobee to do their work for them, even though they're paid by our taxes to keep us safe and protect us from the harmful fraud and criminal behavior and harassment that this obese female, who's also abusing children at this location, is purveying? Obviously, I can't walk miles to get to another hotel and pay another $100 a night because I've already spent all my money that selling my personal items so that I could stay one night in this hotel and help out another person who was shelterless as well, who says that she was living on the street, an older lady, 65 years old, who has family that won't allow her to live with them. She didn't pay for the hotel room, but she was required to provide her ID to stay in the hotel room to this criminal, immoral, irrational, violently angry, fake manager at an invader-owned hotel in Okeechobee, Florida. Which, keep in mind, on the front of the window, before you can go in and check out, it says you must wear your mask to enter. But she never wears her mask. She doesn't need to wear a mask. She puts the sign up so that she can tell you if she doesn't like you to get out because you're not wearing a mask. None of the police officers that came, who were speaking to me very close, less than 6 feet, were wearing a mask. None of them were social distancing. None of them had concerns that I wasn't wearing a mask. So the police are trying to do their job here. They're responding to cry wolf calls, but they're not arresting the real criminal who's making the cry wolf calls and causing the police to come and harass us while we're trying to sleep and use our last little bit of money to get rest so that we can survive. We'll do a longer video on this shortly, so check back on the BitChute channel for publish frequently and leave us your comments about how we're going to solve this problem where invaders own hotels, hire criminals to steal our money, which leaves us back on the street with no rest, police harassment, invasions of our privacy. You know, I was asked to provide my ID and everything else to the police when she called and made a false claim again this morning after I checked out and had left the property. She had the police come and hunt me down because she said I was a suspicious person, even though I was the one who provided my ID to her and paid for the hotel room that she harassed me in a criminal way. So if you have any other information on this terrible hotel that you can post in the messages, or ideas on ways that we can solve this, since the police aren't returning our money, they're not arresting her, they're not protecting the children who are being abused at this location by the manager. So what are we going to do since the police aren't doing their job?